Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Warriors Wednesday, our weekly exploration of Koei Tecmo and Omega Force's Warriors series, continuing with our playthrough of Warriors Orochi on Xbox 360. Last time around, we finished the main Wu campaign, but there was still one side mission left to go. In order to unlock that, you have to play the 7th Wu mission and meet up with Sun Jian within 3 minutes or less. It's tricky, but not quite as tricky as the unlock conditions for the side mission in the Samurai Warriors campaign, thankfully. So I've done that off camera. So now, today, we can jump straight into that mission and see how we get on. Let's take a look.
Okay, welcome to our final adventures with the Wu Bros and Sisses. So today we're going to take on the final side mission, which I unlocked off camera. Before we go, I'm not sure if I've got anything in the way of fusion stuff that's worth doing, but let's have a look anyway. So, Keiji Maeda. Bolt is good. Multi's pretty good as well, especially if there's 2 levels of it. And who else are we taking with us? Tech sensor. More flash, always very welcome. Drain, I don't think we're using. No, and plus 20 is the maximum modifier. Okay, so we can leave him be for now. Taishutsu. Lots of stuff. Level 10 is the maximum for an ability as well. So, that's okay. So we can't put any more bolt on there. None of those. Not that one. Got some multi. So let's pop that on there. I think that's pretty much all we can do with those weapons for now. So we may as well pump a few more levels into... Who's lowest at the minute? Oh, yeah. Definitely KG. Well, he can have a whole 1 level. And a bit. Oh! Frustrating. Anyway. Right. Let's see how we get on with this properly last mission then. Oh, hold on. I swapped out some abilities while I was unlocking the side mission. I swapped in Impulse for Vitality just so we had a bit more speed, because speed is important when you're unlocking the side mission because you have to complete an objective within 3 minutes. So obviously being able to get around quickly is very important, and probably going to be less important in this one. So here we are. The enemy are vast in number, but they will be hamstrung if their ships are burned. So a classic Dynasty Warriors encounter here.
With the Sun family together again, the time was ripe for the final showdown with the Orochi army. In preparation for this, Orochi had gathered every soldier at his disposal to the cliffs of Chibi. If this mighty army could be broken, then the groundwork would have been laid for the decisive battle to come. Ieyasu and Sakon advanced their army into Chibi in an attempt to wipe out the masses of the Orochi army.
Alright. So if this is anything like the Battle of Chibi in Dynasty Warriors, there's going to be lots of moving around between ships. Oh, it looks like there's not going to be any sort of moving ships in this one like there is in the later ones, but yeah, should be interesting. So our conditions are defeat Orochi and don't let Tokugawa get killed. Easy peasy. Watch this.
There is no greater crime than treachery. I trust that you'll fight as befits men condemned.
We need to claim a decisive victory here and give ourselves some momentum. Sakon, we will be relying on your strategical acumen.
Right. I think we might start things off with a spark.
Well, I'll tell you what I didn't check is the abilities. So KG needs to defeat 70 enemies. And I think the other two have already got all theirs, haven't they? Yeah, okay. Alright.
First, though, we need to secure the road by cleaning up the south.
Okay, so we'll keep KG out for a bit. I feel like using Sun Tzu at the minute is almost cheating.
Bring it on!
Oh, slow down. One thing I've come to appreciate, I know in previous episodes I've complained about the lack of lock-on function in this, like there is in Hyrule Warriors. But one thing it's worth customizing, is that a word? Familiarizing yourself with is the left bumper, which immediately centers the camera behind your character. And while that's not quite the same as a dedicated lock-on button, it does at least allow you to keep an eye on what's going on.
I am here to provide what little.
Yay, Lucian!
Lushun! I have heard tales of his tactical genius.
I have heard tales of him being level 80 and having immensely powerful weapons.
His assistance.
And decimating foes in a matter of hits.
I'm feeling ready for a serious scrap.
There's the ability. Lovely. The other thing left bumper does is it allows you to quickly get up when you are knocked back as well. Which, of course, is very useful.
We need to stop them. I think the bridge has to go.
I won't lose a second time.
There goes another one.
Okay, so we need to go and get rid of a bridge over on the other side of the map.
Still more work to be done.
It's one of those maps where there's lots to do all the time. Always at opposite ends of the map as well. Just to be awkward. I like this level though. It's a nice change from sort of running through the relatively bland landscapes of some of the other levels. It's probably also contributing to that slowdown though. Just the fact it's a more... Well, it's not hugely complex, because if you look at it, a lot of it is probably copy-pasted. Like those masts on the ships are all the same model. But even so, there's a fair amount going on in terms of detail. Oh, come on. It's like running through treacle. Out of the way. KG Maida coming through.
I don't want any mercy.
You shall not get any mercy from KG Maida. The wild man shall smack you in the teeth with his big stick. What bridge was I supposed to be destroying?
You people have got ideas far
I
above
think
yours.
not, Daji.
Time for a reality check. Reinforcements now.
I feel I'm probably somewhere I shouldn't be. But, well, let's run with it. Keiji's at a level now where he's more than capable of taking care of himself from the look of things. And a few nice kills will get him some levels and some proficiency as well, which will be nice. Although it's ultimately relatively meaningless at this point because if we're moving on to a new campaign next time, we won't be using him anymore. Still. If we do decide we want to come back and get some other abilities or ultimate weapons or something like that, then... Right. Let's have a look over here.
Engineers, move out.
I humbly request you to stand.
Sure, why not?
Your pathetic little fire traps were so obvious, it sickens me.
The South is in our hands.
Good work, fellas.
That's what we've been waiting to see.
Oh, you stole my kill, you little bitch. Well, never mind. Masamune Date to have some fun with. And Hidemune Date as well, from the look of things.
I humbly request you.
Come here and see how the wild man does it, Date family.
Fools, do you not know greatness when you see it?
I'll freeze you while I kick your brother's head in. I assume he's related anyway. They do present all the Japanese names in Western format in this one, so first name, last name, rather than the more conventional last name, first name.
There's still more work to be done.
Although interestingly, the Chinese names are presented in traditional Chinese format, with the last name first.
Alright, so you got lucky. So what?
I guess it's just a case of what's more well known in popular culture. And it just so happens that the Japanese names are more well known in Western format and the Chinese names are more well known in Chinese format. I assume that's the reason anyway. Alright, now what? Let's head over here and cut a path for our friends on the other side. So it looks like they could end up struggling if we're not careful. And actually struggling rather than the usual definition of struggling in this game, which as we all know is having a grazed knee.
I humbly request you to stand and fight.
Request granted. Ow! How dare you use power attacks on me?
Slow and steady wins the race.
I am powerless to stop.
Yeah, you are.
There goes another one. Good job, but there's still more work to be done.
Base captain, good idea to get rid of these guys. Prevent some reinforcements from coming in. Smash.
Bring it on.
One thing I tend to notice when I watch back these videos is that you can probably hear me pressing the buttons on the controller, and you can probably hear the buttons being pressed a whole lot more than the actual blows that are coming out. This is something I always find interesting in games like this. So sort of over the years, I've got into the habit of sort of, I guess, overcompensating in terms of button inputs.
I'm feeling ready for a serious scrap. I'm feeling ready for
I guess it is button mashing to an extent, but it's controlled button mashing because I'm still setting off the moves that I want to go off. I'm just pressing the button more times than I need to. And that's a habit that I've always had in this kind of game, because it works. So like, as long as you press the charge attack button at the right point in the animation, it doesn't really matter how many times you've actually pressed the light attack button before that. Now, I'm like that with most games with a sort of action component.
If we join forces, our strength will be multiplied.
But I found it quite interesting that when I was playing Final Fantasy XIV, I was very precise with my button inputs in that. I would press just the button that I wanted to press at the time I needed to press it. And that worked for me in that game. However, I've sort of seen other people playing on stream and on YouTube and things, and they button mash in that, and I don't really know how that works in that game, because it's not a game with like a one-to-one correlation between pressing the button and the animations in that one. It's all to do with the global cooldown and stuff. But again, some people seem to use the same principle of almost sort of buffering their inputs.
I don't have much more left to give.
So that they press the button too many times, and in the process, one of those button pushes will be at the right time. I don't know. In this game, it seems to work well, but in something like Final Fantasy XIV, I always felt like the timing of your button presses needed to be a lot more precise. So I don't know. It's whatever works for you, I guess. I'm going to sneeze. I apologize in advance. Oh my god, excuse me.
hate backing out.
There goes another one. Good job. But there's still more work to be done.
This is going worryingly well so far. Which probably means the final battle against Orochi is going to go disastrously wrong, and we're going to have to do it all again. So please look forward to that. Oh no, it's Lubu!
You will not be in this place for long. You dare to challenge me? Excellent. I shall enjoy this.
Okay, he's getting some very respectable damage out now, actually. If he can take on Lubu without too much trouble, then definitely. I think he needs to work on his flash a bit, because he's still getting a lot of his attacks blocked. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, dear me. Oh. Curses. Dang and blast and fie and all that. Oh, well. Well, that answers my question about whether it's all going to go wrong at the end, and yes, it is. However, it was all going absolutely fine up until that point, so let's
There is no greater crime than
just do what we did last time.
I trust they will fight as befits men condemned.
We need to claim a decisive victory here and give ourselves some momentum. Sakon, we will be relying on your strategical acumen.
Right. I think we might start things off with a spark. First, though, we need to secure the road by cleaning up the south.
Alright, so let's clean up the south. Get Keiji's ability. And then run into Lubu and die.
I'm feeling ready for a serious
Oh, you know.
scrap.
I can certainly help with that if you so desire. That whirly attack he's got is so good. It's because it's really powerful and it's got loads of reach on it as well. So it really clears out enemies around him and it does decent damage to officers as well.
That's the way to do it.
So we'll keep making good use of that, definitely.
I am here to provide what little service I am able.
It's Lucian again.
Musou! I have heard tales of his tactical genius. Hurry and rendezvous with Musou. We need his assistance.
Get out of here, archers. KGMF in Maida.
We need to stop them. I think the bridge has to go.
I'm feeling ready for a serious scrap.
Come here then. Alright. Ability acquired. Very nice.
I won't lose a second time.
There goes another one! You are an asset to this army!
You're not wrong. Now if I can just not die.
Bring it on.
That spinning attack even seems to sort of break through guards with its later hits. So its initial hits don't seem to go through guards, but its later ones do,
Hate backing out.
which is useful.
There goes another one!
That's what we've been waiting to see.
Alright, one more officer down there. And then the south is clear.
If we join forces, our strength will be multiplied.
Feel the venom coursing through your veins. The South is in our hands.
Excellent.
Engineers, move out.
Your pathetic little fire traps were so obvious, it sickens me.
Alright, so there's a defense captain up here. Who's in charge of a bridge, I think.
I'm feeling ready for a serious scrap.
Oh, look at the slowdown. Alright. There's the defense captain.
You people have got ideas far above yourselves. Time for a reality. Reinforcements now.
Alright, let's head over this way, because I think
Do you think
the
you
brothers
can stop
Date are probably causing problems. Yes, definitely causing problems over there. So let's just hack our way through whoever this is here.
I humbly request you to stand.
No one important.
I will opt to stay alive and retreat. Ha! There goes another one. That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it. Oh yeah, they're in real trouble over there. Oh dear. Don't worry, the wild man is on his way. And he's got a big stick. Stop dying! I feel like this isn't going quite as well as last time. And it's not going quite as well because I followed the objectives it was expecting me to. So, well, we've all learned something from this. I jumped over an arrow. Very nice.
I humbly request you to stand and fight. Your selfish rampage is at an end. Your selfish rampage is at an end.
Fools, do you not know greatness when you see it?
This is the perfect situation for that big AoE that KG has got there. Look at the amount of carnage she's causing. And hitting multiple officers at a time with it as well.
Remember, slow and steady.
It's exciting me so much I can't even speak properly.
I will opt to stay alive and retreat. There goes another one.
Oh, good job. But there's still more work to be done.
I am powerless to stop. There goes another one. That's the way to do it.
Efficiency increased, very nice.
I am powerless to stop. There goes another
Double attack, yes please.
That's what we've been waiting to see.
All right, so you got lucky. So what?
There goes another one.
Ow.
Oh. You are an asset to this army. I need help now.
Okay, so now what? Clear a path through here. Walk right into Lu Bu's trap and die, I think.
Remember, slow and steady wins the race.
Sorry, punching the microphone while wiping coke off my lips. That's the kind of content you're subscribed for. Defense Captain, you look like you shouldn't be there. You also look like you shouldn't be there, so prepare to die! Wait, that's someone else. Voice acting sessions for this must have been so much fun. I would just love to see footage of people in the voice acting booth for a game like this. Just because besides all the delightfully cheesy dialogue, you've also got all the noises going on as well. It must have just been so much fun for them. Right.
My time to shine. That puts the dampener on my fire attack.
Oh no, your fire attack has failed.
It seems our allies are attempting to use fire to attack. That's just my specialty. Juran, lead your troops over there and prepare a fire attack.
I'm already fighting you. I don't need your cutscene.
Another one. Good job. But there's still more work to be done.
There we go.
You dare to challenge me? Excellent.
When confronted with Lubu, simply bring out your level 70 warrior. And all will be well.
Now I'm really angry. I'll remember this.
One step closer to victory. Words cannot express your might on the battlefield.
So it seems there is another besides Orochi who can match my skill. Remember, slow and steady wins the race.
Okay, now what? Can we go through here? We can. Let's meet up with our friends over here. If we can try and get rid of all the other officers before we take on Orochi, that will minimize the amount of morale they have left, and will hopefully give us a reasonable advantage. Alright, so before...
Good job, but there's still more work to be done.
Ah! That burns! Better fall back.
So before we head for where Orochi is, because I think he's up at the top there, from the look of things, I'm going to head around here.
This isn't looking so good. Everyone, come on out now.
Uh-oh. Well. I'm going to give all of them a good kicking.
Here is where you wither and die.
Where are you? There you are.
Orochi will triumph. Do not resist.
There goes another
Bit late to
one.
tell me that now.
That's the way to do it.
Right, head down the side here. Go and protect our friends from those officers who are advancing on them. Every little advantage you can give yourself when you're fighting someone as powerful as Orochi is very, very helpful.
Feel the venom coursing through your veins.
Definitely don't want Sakashima to die. He's not like an essential part of the army or anything like that, but he's quite helpful to have around, as he tends to be someone who triggers those interesting strategies like the fire attacks and that sort of thing.
Coursing through your veins. Resistance is futile.
There goes another one.
Good job. But there's still more work to be done. That's what we've been waiting to see.
Alright, nicely done. You are not struggling. Stop lying. Ow.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Right, up to the northwest. Thin those ranks a bit, and then I believe it's Daji and Orochi together up in that northern segment. We'll get Sun Tzu out for that final fight, just to make sure we are at maximum possible fighting potential. Okay, so let's just nip over here, deal with whoever that is in the northwest, and then we are good to engage.
I need help now.
You'll have to wait. You guys just stand around, that's fine.
I will slowly choke the life from you.
Where did I go wrong?
Resistance is futile.
There goes
Right,
another one.
I think
That's the way to
it's
do it.
time.
My time to shine.
Yeah, look at our morale bar. Only a tiny bit left for poor old Orochi. And there he is. Waiting for a good kicking. I'm going to take out Daji first, though. Just because she can be very irritating if she wants to be, particularly if you're not paying attention to her, so we'll let the others tank Orochi for a bit.
It was fun while it lasted. Bye.
One step closer to victory.
Alright,
Splendid.
one thing left to do. Let's not mess it up.
The same.
You have not earned the right to face me.
Oh no, second Shima! Come on, Lucian, you've defeated Orochi once, you can do it again.
How do you like that?
Ow! Oh, I don't like it when you can't see where Orochi is, because he does something nasty like that, usually. Come on. Ow! Time to switch. Yes!
Pounded into submission.
Ah. That last fight wasn't quite as bad as I was expecting. So, after that initial mishap, we got there without too much difficulty. So, that is the Wu campaign completely done. Lots of weapons. I'll get rid of that shit. Right. Feels good. Okay, so from next time we'll be taking a look at a new campaign. A brand new one with some new characters all starting from level 1 again. But we still got loads of those abilities to give us a bit of an advantage. So, for now, I'll just say, as always, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you again next time.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please help out the channel by leaving a like or a comment and subscribing. Be sure to check out moegamer.net for new articles on Japanese and Japanese-inspired video games, new and old, every weekday. Every month, Moe Gamer features an in-depth exploration of an individual game or series as its cover game, so be sure to check the archives to see if your favourite has had a deep dive yet. If you'd like to support the site directly, please consider becoming a patron or buy me a coffee. You can find links to do both down in the video description. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.